Alright guys, here we are Monday morning, and they are working on the gate. Got the gate taken down, and we are going to be putting it up higher. So that's requiring them to not quite, I don't know if they're going to set the new angle, the new angle iron, which will be the rail on top of those rebar that they're welding there. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but we will find out soon enough. We're going to have to chip away up here and raise that up there. So that's what we got going on this Monday morning, along with some little things. Painters are over there. Joshua's crew's over there. That's kind of what we got going on. Looks like they're bringing over Anapola rock too to fill in here. Must be one of them that's doing that. I don't know. Who's bringing the rock over? Joshua? All right. Only picking the good pieces, right? Alright guys, here we are Monday afternoon. Joshua is picking through the Anapole pile, finding kind of smaller size rocks that can be used for backfill in the driveway, and he's putting them in the a wheelbarrow. Otto's helping him in between loads of mortar for the rendering over there. So they're putting a pretty big dent in this pile here, using this rock for backfill. Some of these rocks are just too big, obviously, but yeah, so he kind of throws it. I would say, you know, you can see them kind of football size and smaller down, and they'll put them in the wheelbarrow. Of course, we got the wood pile right here, it's kind of in the way, so you're touching the rock several times, but just kind of the nature of the beast here. This wood is all going to go over. Gonna hire a truck to come take it, and we're gonna take it over to my mother-in-law's house, where they're gonna use it for gonna build a bunkhouse over there. They're gonna rent out for that big hotel they're building there. So they're gonna build like a, I don't want to say, kind of like a kubo. They're gonna rent out and have beds in it, and the workers from outside the area have a place to sleep. And my brother-in-law is gonna use some, and my mother-in-law, they want to kind of put a fence around their property to keep out the dogs, which has become a problem because of the hotel. Because the hotel workers, the construction workers over there have pet dogs. They've been there for a couple of years, and there's no neutering made really around here, so there's lots of puppies and lots of dogs, and always something. So here they are rendering the fence out here. Looks like Otto was climbing up there to get some coconuts. Got the ladder up there, and looks like we got our wire pulled so we can get our last light up on that corner up there. Now they're doing the tops up here, making it all look beautiful. We got to get some paint and paint that one section right over there. What's going on? While the painters are plugging away, they are knocking out the fencing on the other side, and then they're on the first coat. And then they'll come back with the second coat over here. Cabinet makers are plugging away in here, finishing up our desk. Very nice looking stuff. Very tight finishes there. Stuff has got a lifetime guarantee on it, never to break. My wife bought the two TVs today. A 65-inch for that right there, and then a 55-inch for up and upstairs. TV room up there. They should be delivered here shortly, and they'll put those up. And TVs are a little spendier here than in the West. I think the 65-inch one was 30,000 pesos, which is about 600 bucks. And I don't remember what she said. Oh, the other one was 19,000, so about 300 bucks or 350 for that. So, but now they're welding this up. So what we've done here is, you can see that they've taken this angle iron and a little bit of the rebar, and they've spaced it up off of the old rail. Get down there and get that. You can see the old rail there underneath there. So it's up about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, probably 3 inches when you get to the top of it. And so that has raised it up a little bit, so when we pour our cement, the gate will be up a little bit. And they've chipped out up here and raised that up. That's kind of your guide. It's got like a pilot bearing on it there. Bearing right there to help it roll along. And I'm just gonna allow it to get the concrete on there and get our rail on there and get all that working nicely. So it's all coming together here. Electrician was here. He put all the duplexes in today, all the light switches, everything. Got that all taken care of. I don't know why we still got these plastic bags on here. In fact, I may come take those off, those lights there. The water heater upstairs got wired up, so that's working now. We got hot water upstairs. Like I said, the only thing we're really missing now is the air conditioners, which, and this is one of the things that I just found out, was that when we switch over from the bunkhouse, the electricity, when we switch electricity over from the bunkhouse to here, to the house, the main house, the power company, Bohico, they come out and do like an audit, and they charge you a fee based on how many duplexes you have and how many light switches you have, or how many lights you have in the house. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, because we got a lot of lights and we got a lot of duplexes, and nobody ever told me any of this. So, and then our painter is saying that a similar house that he worked on, they paid over, he said $1,800 US to have the thing switched over. So I don't know exactly if that was something lost in translation or what, but anyway, so it's something we're looking at. We're gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have the power switched over here, and we got to get a couple things signed off by the local municipality, and then Bohico will come out and give us the green light. Our electrician also, since he's a Bohico approved guy, he does some of the paperwork. So I don't know, just more to follow on that, guys. I'll let you know how that goes. All right, guys, Fast Eddie here. Tuesday afternoon, getting close to quitting time. Looks like the painters have really done a good job on the fence, and they pretty much got it all taken care of. So that's looking nice. And everything, it looks like it's been, at least this side here. I think they got the other side. They got to come over and get a second coat on this side over here. Maybe they did that. Yeah, it looks like they did that too. So it's looking pretty good. Yeah, second coat on that. We did ask them to come up and paint the top of these columns up here, put some waterproofing on it, like a cement slurry, and then and paint that. That's one thing I did ask them to do. I don't know if they got that done or not yet. I can come up here and take a look. Well, they got the slurry on there, that's for sure, and they got it on parts of the lights, but alright, yeah, that's what I was looking for right up there. The slurry on top of the column post up there, so put that up here. master masons are working down there. Felix putting up the, I'll get a close-up on that. They're putting trim pieces around the columns down there. I'll come and show you what that looks like. Looking very nice. Kind of a slow-going process. Two of them working on it. They're cutting them out of like I think they're 8-foot lengths, and then they drill holes in them and they mortar them on there. But they also put a nail through it to kind of hold it. There's Joshua. Joshua has been hauling nails. I mean, hauling rocks all day. Second day doing that. He's probably getting tired of it. So nothing going on upstairs here. Oh, my sister-in-law must have been here working because she cleaned the windows here. And that's what it kind of looks like there. They're nothing fancy, but they work. It's my wife wanted them, so we got them. But yeah, most of the time it's going to be open anyways. To be honest with you, up here. That's what the fence is looking like from the second floor view here. One of my solar lights, you know, back there I moved it. It was, I had it down here towards the gate, and then I put it back up there to light up the top of the platform on the slide. And now it's not working properly. It's coming on in the day. I don't know if the sensor is bad in it or what, but you know, those weren't cheapy ones either. I actually bought them from Amazon and had them sent here by, you know, from the U.S. Not to say they weren't made in China, but they were like 40 bucks a piece, I think. So whatever, life goes on. I'll have to figure that out. I got some things like a bird pooped on my tile already. All right. Let's go on and we'll go inside and go down this way in here. These doors, I definitely want to keep the kids from playing with them. I can see the kids breaking those in a heartbeat. So we got our TVs. They came in. The Devont, which is a brand that's made here in the Philippines, manufactured here in the Philippines, obviously with parts from all over the world probably, or wherever, but and this kind of answered my question. I thought the TVs here were like Sony's and stuff, Philips, Panasonic. I think their TVs seem to be a bit expensive here compared to the U.S., and I believe there's a tariff. The Philippine government has a tariff on electronics, TVs in particular, coming into the Philippines to help protect their own industry, which, you know, that's what tariffs are for, so you kind of help yourself do well. But anyway, so I got those. We'll get pictures of those going up. Now he can, Jim Boy and Clemente can make up their cabinet hole there and finish that up for us, and we can get that thing done there. I think they're just about done in here. Oh, I shouldn't say that they're putting up some shelves up there, on top of the cabinets there in our master bedroom. We're getting that going right there. So we got that going on there, and they're out here working away. Out here, Nunoy and Otto up here gathering up all the rock. Look at them, you know. It's a lot of work. You guys find any gold? And they can keep any gold they find, we told them. But they're still working here, so I don't think they found any gold. So. And one of the things about if you're employed by Fast Eddie, he will offer you all the Anapole rock you can take home with you as a bonus. If these guys want to take bags of rock home, they're free to take the rock home, no charge. Alright guys, Fast Eddie here. It is Thursday, and Thursday morning on the house build. We got 5 guys working, plus the 2 cabinet makers. I guess the painters, yesterday we were down to 4 guys. The painters didn't show up for a couple days now because they had a big cockfight down in their area, so they didn't come to work. They're kind of almost need to wait on us to finish up the posts and stuff before they do anything. But let's take a look around and see what we got going on here. The Peru official, which is the lowest level of government here, and they just left. They came. There was some discussion over. He came yesterday, but he thought we were in Poblacion, which is the downtown area of a government area, and it turns out that he went and checked, and no, he says we are in Danao, so he's good with us. We're kind of right on the border, and in fact we've heard that rumor before that people across the road from us were in Poblacion, but that does not appear to be true. So anyway, so the Peru guy was here. We asked about trash. They are working on getting some trash bins at the down at the Peru, which is right down the street here, so we could put our trash there and have it hauled away rather than burning it. So my wife eagerly said, well, let us help you get the trash bin. So she made a donation for the trash bins, and so we can help get that going. Because it definitely is an issue here, is the lack of waste management. But so we'll get something going there, and we'll follow up on that, so at least we know that something's happening. Out here we got going on, cabinet makers are plugging away, putting up our rails for hanging clothes in the walk-in closet. The driveway is coming along. They got it all backfilled yesterday, Anapole rock and gravel, and now they're doing tie wire. Nuno's doing his favorite thing, tie wire. I'll have to put this down here. Otto, he didn't come to work yesterday because he was working on his cockfighting, right? Was that what you were doing yesterday? No? You were just sick? You just didn't feel like getting out of bed, right? You must have a new girlfriend. All right. And over here we got, they're backfilling in for the sidewalk, getting that taken care of. So when we pour the cement on the driveway, we can have that done. We're probably not going to pour cement until Monday because tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday is Fiesta here in the Philippines. So guys aren't coming to work. The cabinet makers are, but the guys are not. And the other 2 guys are over here. What are they working on over here? Let me come take a look. See what we got going on over here. Guys are out here. We got some waste there, huh? Alright. Some of these pieces have been broken. They've been sitting over there for months, so. But yeah, those are they cut down the sections and put them up there, the pieces there. And we got that going on there. What do we we got over here. That's pretty much all we got going on today. Yeah, nothing going on out here. There's Joshua filling in the rock. Alright guys, Fast Eddie here, Thursday again. One of my projects I'm working on, not everything's turned out perfect here, obviously. Our downspout here that we have coming down off, it comes off the roof, the main roof of the house, and it picks up 1, 2, 3 of the openings, and it drops it down here. So probably about a quarter of the roof is feeding into this downspout here, if all things being equal, of course. And what was happening, I was watching it. We had a heavy rain the other day, and I was watching it, and the water would hit that gutter right there, and it would splash over the top of it. And as the rain kind of lessened a little bit, it stopped doing it. So I came to the conclusion that the volume of the water hitting in there was just too much for the little gutter to handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here and run a pipe out from right there, connect a little pipe. I have some extra 2-inch pipe. That's 3-inch pipe there for the downspout. So, and I just had an adapter, had some stuff here, so I just hooked it up, and I'm going to run it out here and feed the water further off the roof so it goes into that big gutter there, and see if that can solve our problem here. So that's what I got going on today. And I can probably just walk over here and show you. I have the paint that my brother-in-law had matched up for the slides to match the roof. So I went ahead and painted that pipe up, and I'm going to cut it down to about 8 feet and put it on there as soon as it's dry. So we'll see how that works out. All right, guys. So our big screen TV. I don't know if they call them big screens anymore, but our TV is up there, working. My wife has tuned it in for Netflix. She's still in her sleepwear. She got up at 3 o'clock this morning and was doing laundry from our Balikbayan boxes. I'll show you all the laundry she got hanging out. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. She got up at 3 o'clock this morning and was doing all sorts of laundry. And now we are, what the heck? Oh no, we're gonna give Junior ideas. He's gonna go home. Got a little porn going here on our TV. I don't know what the heck my wife's been watching. Oh. And in here we have Clemente is cleaning. Wipe everything down with the lacquer, get the edge off of there. So, and they're putting the finishes touches on, putting the rods up. I think, yep. Got those cut down to size. Going to put the rods up, and then they're going to probably head upstairs, I think. But let's come back in here when we're not showing any adult content. Oh, somebody's made themselves at home right there. All right, go to sleep, Steph. Take a nap. And since we're on the subject of downspouts, this is what we did with the downspout for the carport right here. It's coming down right here. Initially I thought they were going to run it, just have it feed out onto the cement here and have it run out there, but I'm glad they did it this way. They will pour the slab, that'll be covered there. This will all be covered with earth here, so it's going to come up, and then we're going to feed it out. There, we don't have it punched through completely. I think they have it punched through, but I don't think there's sand on the other side, so I don't think they... I'll have to go out there and take a look at it here in a second. But, yeah, that's kind of what we did here. Kind of see that, runs up there. Yeah, so we got it coming, it is coming through the wall. We'll have to patch that up. but that's to be expected. Then they're going to paint out here, so you got to prime it and paint it. They did paint over on this side over here. We got to get this other trim piece. We got a little bit of this trim. We picked up one piece. Stuff's pretty fragile too, though. It's all kind of broken already, and we got enough to finish it up. So we have the one piece right here. I don't know if we bought this or if it's been laying around all this time, but we got enough to make it work there, I hope. Yeah, I think that's been laying around for a while. I don't think that's something we bought. And we got, what do we got? One. Yeah, they're kind of coming back, putting some dirt on top of the anapole rock that was in here, and gonna get ready so on Monday we can pour the sidewalk. As soon as they get the dirt in here, they'll get that done today, and we'll get a little rebar in here, I think. We've got a little rebar left, and alright guys, here we are on Friday actually. What is it, like the 28th? June 28th? 27th. And what I can tell you is the construction guys are not working because it's Fiesta over in La Oak, so no construction workers here. The cabinet makers are working, and you can see they got our TV up there and with the sound bar underneath there. And what are we doing in here? What's this?
For the CR.
For the CR. Oh, for underneath the cabinet. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Making the cabinets for underneath the vanity. Oh, okay. Nice.
So clean look.
Yeah, very clean. Okay, yeah, it'll be nice, yeah. Alright, gonna put some cabinets underneath our vanity here. You're gonna do the same thing upstairs too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, looking good. We ended up getting a mirror for in here the other day, because the mirror that we had bought here ended up here. So, we got a mirror. Taking care of that. The electrician is here today. He lives in a different barangay too, so he doesn't really concern himself with Fiesta. And we're putting a switch in here for these post lights. I've always wondered why that flexible conduit was coming out of the wall right there. And just found out yesterday that is for the light switch for these lights here. These lights right here have been powered on a photo cell. So when it gets dark, they come on, and we're also going to put a switch in there for them, so we can control them if we need to. And then out here, it's like somebody, the paint got spilled that my brother-in-law used on the slide, and they stepped in it, and it's gotten tracked all over the place here. Spilled in the bunkhouse there. Anyways, so they got all the rebar laid out here. We got our gutter set up there. The sidewalk is pretty much filled in. It needs to be rebarred a little bit in there. I'm not too worried about the rebar on that. And ready to pour. So hopefully on Tuesday, because the guys will not be working tomorrow either, because Saturday, so it's recovery day from the Fiesta. We'll be getting that done. And then we still got to do our fountain, and we still got to build our shed over there, tool shed over there, and landscape everything in here. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Take a quick walk upstairs. My quick fix on our gutter. Put that 2-inch pipe in there to try to run the water, to get it to run over into the main gutter, the longer piece there, so it can handle the volume of water that are coming off the roof and not overload that gutter right there when it really starts coming down. So maybe we'll see what happens here. We didn't get any rain at all last night. There's the pool looking good. And that is pretty much it. They're almost done downstairs. I think they'll come upstairs and start working on the TV mount or the bathroom or whatever we need them to work on, and we'll be moving forward. We're still waiting this light. I guess my wife ordered that online. Still waiting for that to come in. And well, I'm going to tell you, or I told you about the electrical woes, so more to follow. Alright guys, Sunday afternoon, June 30th here in the Philippines. Having a little birthday party over here. And these are my wife's cousins and their kids. And they live across from my in-laws there. And there's a little drummer boy right there. If you remember my reel with Ian there, he's the drummer boy in that short little reel I had posted. My second most popular video I've ever done. And so the kids are here trying it out. And there's a little girl here. She's probably maybe 2 years old. She tried going right there. She tried the short end of the slide. She kind of liked the first time, but she's got no fear. They're enjoying it. And somebody asked about, a new subscriber asked about our pool and outdoor shower and the CR. And here's the outdoor shower right here. It's kind of right behind the slide right here. People rinse off before they get in the pool and rinse off afterwards. Alright, here we go. And then the CR is right over here. There's the, let me get a good shot so you see where it is location-wise. It's right there. This is the CR off the back of our kubo right here. I don't think there's anybody in there. And there it is right there. CR. There should be a hot shower here, a hot water shower and everything. So if you need to use that right there. So you don't have to go in the house. Not that it really matters since everything's cement and concrete and tile, but one less thing to clean up if people are using that. You just got to clean the one restroom. So that's kind of what's going on here on this Sunday in the Philippines. Alright guys, Fast Steady here. It is June 29th and Sunday evening. Got a little pool party going on out there, and so I came in here. I was going to show you the end of this, kind of what we got going on here. The master bedroom is pretty much done. This is kind of what they got everything. They got the cabinet or the shelving up there built, walk-in closet. Our desk is done, and these are a bunch of drapes. My wife got a bunch of different colored drapes for different areas in the house. You got white and black, and I think there's white, black, and there's silver. Yeah, there's some silver ones there too. So there's going to be lots of drapes here, and got to put up. She got the rods over there, so those are going to get put up here pretty quickly. In there. And then the other thing is they finished the cabinet underneath here for the underneath the vanity. You can see they got that taken care of. Step back here a little bit. Got a lot of storage space there, and some big shelves there. It turned out nice, so we still got to get that mirror put up there. It's right there. But pretty much we are done on the downstairs. Our goal is to move in July 1, which is Tuesday. And we're not going to be moving in. We got a few other things to do. We probably could have made it if we kind of pushed it hard enough. One is we got to get the electrical switched over. We got some furniture we've ordered, and we kind of delayed the delivery of it until July. they're coming July 4th, this Friday or Saturday. I forget what day my wife said there. Some beds and couches and everything, and so this week is going to be getting the electrical all taken care of, and then we can get the ACs in here installed, and then we'll be good to go. We got a guest coming from France, so we need to kind of make room either inside here or vacate our kubo, either one. So anyway, so that's what we got going on, guys. We will be this coming up week, we're gonna be getting some cement work done out here. That's for tomorrow, and that's our plan, and hopefully the weather cooperates with us. And so stay tuned for more. I'll be showing you some finished stuff out here, hopefully, and my tool shed out there. We still got to do landscaping, but that's not going to hinder us from moving in, and so we can do that once we move in here. So that's what we got going on. Coming to a slow end here, so only getting probably one video a week, and that's where we're at. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and we will see you in a week or so. All right, thanks, guys.